What? Get to the start swimming there.
Welcome to Australia, where everyone thinks we should be worried about our snakes and spiders, and instead we should be way much more worried about our sharks. So that footage was actually taken 40 minutes down the road at a local beach called Port Augusta. What is actually even more crazy about that footage and him being in the water playing with the shark was that a week later there was a swim carnival in that area. Went ahead even though that shark had been spotted by the kayak guy.
Begin with a shark attack tragedy on the state's west coast where a surfer's been mauled to death in front of a dozen witnesses.
A 4-metre beast mere moments after snatching the life of a local surfer.
He is a f***ing monster.
And by all accounts, the attack was swift and savage. In the blink of an eye, the great white picked the 55-year-old victim out of a group of a dozen surfers at Granite Rock near Streaky Bay.
Attacked him from the side, and he went under once and came up again and went under again, and that was the last that lad saw of him as he scrambled for the rocks.
11 months ago, there was quite a few sharks seen at Port Lincoln, and they put out warnings about swimming at the Port Lincoln beaches, and of course that does mean beaches in the area as well, but people in Australia will swim at the beach anyway.
This beautiful stretch of coastline becomes a scene of tragedy.
Locals would be devastated.
While surfing with a group of people, a 46-year-old man was attacked and taken by a shark, only 30 to 50 metres offshore.
So it's quite close to shore and not really the place you would expect. Concerning, really concerning.
The attack happened just outside of Elliston.
When these shark attacks are occurring, they're not just one person in the water at a time. There's usually a lot of people in the water at the same time.
Jetty. The 30-year-old was with her boyfriend when she was bitten around 1:20 in front of dozens of witnesses who'd flocked to the beach to cool off. Surf lifesavers plucked the victim from the water and raced her to shore where she was treated by paramedics.
She was just obviously there, and he was just waving and screaming help and stuff.
The victim's been rushed to the Flinders Medical Centre with non-life-threatening injuries. The water was evacuated while crews searched for the shark, but there's no sign of it, and swimmers have now been allowed to return to the water.
The latest one, and this is the one that stunned me the most, that after this attack on this woman, that they looked around and because they couldn't see any more sharks, they said people could go back in the water. Crazy, wouldn't you think so? But even crazier that people just went back in the water. So someone gets bitten by a shark and Australians just go, okay, back in the water. As long he would have gone now, I guess he's full. That's crazy. Thing I would definitely say about Australians is we definitely all know that we go into their area. Lots of comments where people are like, well, you're going into their domain, you've got to expect it. Yes, well, Australians definitely expect it, and it definitely happens a lot. So these were just a few attacks that have happened in South Australia this year, let alone all the other shark attacks that have happened around Australia. When you come to Australia, maybe just stay out of the water.